Hello, I'm gonna explain now how I created the file that I sent you, the file called with example 01 XLS, which calculates the totals as requested. This is the final Excel that you received. So I will go step by step with the first Excel that you've sent me. So if we go here, here you have created three tables. First of all, it's good to name the seats in simple and plain names like POS, lines, and collection. And I also renamed the tables here. As you see, these tables have table names like POS, lines, and collection. The way I renamed them, the way I renamed it is through just a minute. Formulas here, name manager, and you go to those names. In the beginning, the tables that you have sent me had names like table 1, table 2, table 3. It's better to have names similar to the names we have to the seats. So you go here, you press edit, and you just rename it from table 1 to POS. Okay. So as soon as we have named our tables, I suppose you know how to make a table because you've sent me like with tables. The way to make a table, if this is not a table and they have to be tables, tables are areas in Excel with formatted cells, and they are closed areas, and also they get the names here. In order to create a table, you go to home, format as table, and that just you click the format you like and it creates an area which is a table. Now let's start creating now the Power Queries. We have these three sheets which are three tables: POS, table lines, and table collection. In table POS now, you just click somewhere inside, you go to data, and you select from table range, this selection. You press it, and then there is an application that is combined with Excel, which is named Power Query. This Power Query application helps us to join tables, exactly what you wanted. Of course, in the beginning I told you it's better to go to Access, but then I thought that because Access has more difficulty and many things to explain concerning tables, concerning joins, etc., it will be more easier for you to work with Power Queries in the beginning. Probably in a future project, if you want, we can move all this application into Access and create a new total new application where you can store all your data in databases, not in Excel. So now, as soon as we inserted in this table in a Power Query, you see it here, it's the same. You name it here, the same as the table name. And so we create a query that is connected with this table back here. And then with these queries, we will join these queries and create the result you want. As soon as you fix it, you press here where it says close and load, and you press close and load to, and you select only create connection. That means that you create a single query. You press OK, and now you see here that this table here, the production orders are production orders, procurement orders, whatever, are stored as a Power Query here, as a query here. We do exactly the same procedure 2 more times for lines and collection. Again, for lines, you press here, you press from table range, We wait a little bit, you name it same lines, close and load 2, only create connection. Okay, we're just creating now the queries that we will join. You will see next. Again, same thing for collection. Click somewhere inside. We are here in data from table. It gets the name collection because I have saved the table as collection, renamed the table as collection. We have it here again, close and load, close to, and only create connection. So now we have what we have done. These three tables, production orders, lines, the lines and the collection are three queries, three different queries. And now we are going to merge these queries. We are going to join. First of all, we have to join the what are they? Production orders, procurement orders with lines. So the joined key, the column that joins these two tables is the key, the unique key, which is the production number here. This production number, GR930, has two lines. It might have more, but now it has two lines. And GT8402, it's here, which has two lines. The others, they don't have a line. They don't have a line yet. So we don't need them. When we join, we not want to join those that exist in both tables. So let's go to create a join. We go now to get data, combine queries, the queries we created. Sorry, get data, combine queries, and we do merge. We select merge in order to join them. Append is not, it's a different thing. It just takes the one table, picks the other table and puts them together in one table and mix everything up. We don't want that. We want to merge them. You press the merge. And now it is asking which tables you want to merge. The top table here is the main table, the POS table, and the bottom table here is the merge table, the lines. So we select here POS, we select here lines, and we have now to select the joined key, the key field, which is the production number. Something I forgot to say is that the field names on the table have to have must be same. PO number must be same with PO number here. Because in your example that you sent me, you had PO dash, you had another PO, they have to be the same. So that's why maybe you saw that I changed a little bit the column names. So we click on PO number, and then in order to join them, we have to take the inner join, which is only the matching rows, the rows from PO and the lines. We select that and we press OK. Power Query now joined the two tables. This is only the two production orders that have lines, and we press here and we select the columns from lines. We don't want the client name because we have it in PO. We don't want the PO even if it's important, because the PO is also in here and we have it. We need the line item, unit of measure, unit price, and line item description. We say OK. And as you see now, we have 4 lines, 2 lines for Aurora Solar, which has a PO, where's the PO? A PO GR930, and two other lines for Molecule. So we get the lines with their load, and unit price per line per production order. As soon as we finish that, we name this these joined tables with. I usually use the names of the tables, so I say POS underscore lines, and here we don't say close and load to, we just press close and load, and Excel automatically creates a new sheet. Let's put it in the end. POs and lines that joins the two tables, POs and lines, in a new table that has the lines per PO number. Okay, now let's test. Let's say that we want to insert a new PO for client X. Put something here, doesn't matter. And let's call it XXX. And I go here in lines and I say that this client X with PO XXX and the line number X1 with a load of 45 kilos, something here. Now, what did I do? I created a new PO in this table and I added one line. If I go now here and I left click and press refresh, that new join, the new client with the PO number brings us the X1. If you remember, I named it X1. Doesn't matter what name, you can have any name, but they have to be joined with that here, PO XXX is the PO XXX and X1 is the line item with 45 kilos. You see it here as requested. So what we did, we created for these three sheets, three different queries, the query PO, the query lines, the query collection, and then we took the two queries, POs and lines, and we joined them to a new joined table, which is the POs and lines. This will become our main table for the next join. We will join POs and lines with collection. So we are going to do the same procedure now for using POs and lines and collection. I go again into data, get data, the same procedure, combine queries, merge. Now my top table, it understood and it says POs and lines because maybe because I had selected that. If you don't find it here, you just select it from here. Top main table is POs lines. Secondary table is collection. Now with collection we have two keys. We have PO number and line item. So what do? We click on PO number. We hold down the control key, which is the left, the bottom left button in our keyboard. We press it and we keep it hold. We hold it without leaving it. And we click on lines. So lines and PO are both selected. If you click somewhere else, you will lose it. So you have again PO. You click on control. You hold control. And you press lines and you check if these two are green. You do the same here. You click on PO, you hold down the control and you click on line. So now the joined fields, the joined columns that join these two tables is PO number and lines, PO number and lines. Again, because I only want the unique joins, the unique values, I press select only matching rows, the inner join, and I press OK. Now you see it's very easy. If we were going to do it with Access, it will be hard for you if you don't know about databases and all these queries, reports, forms. It's a whole it's a whole different way of thinking. So that's why I decided not to go there. And if you are interested in upgrading your application in a new system, not leaving Excel, but going somewhere much better, that will be Access. So I renamed this joined. I renamed this joint table. For instance, let's say totals, which is, or any name you like, which is where I join everything. I also have to go here and pick the columns from collection. Click here. Yes, the date. The PO number, we don't need it because it exists. The line number, we don't need it because it exists in the PO's lines main table. The weight and the PO value, I think the PO value is the same as the PO value that you have in POS, so I will not add it. Anyway, you can come whenever you want and add these columns back. I press OK. Now you see that the table has everything that PO lines has. You see them, you know them. And the PO value, the value here. This is an empty column. If you don't want it, you just press here and you regret, you leave it. And you go here, you see that these two are repeated. Why? Because we have in collections in in the same day, two transportations. So this is our joint table. I will come back to do the calculations. Just let's leave it like this now and close it just to see. And this is our totals table with all the data. It's not summarized yet. It's with all the data. So you see the loads, the unit prices, and also the collection weights that we want to multiply these two columns. As soon as we multiply, and we also want to join, probably we will leave the date. We don't want the date. And we want to join these two because they belong in the same items. We want to say 3 times 3, which equals to 9. 3 times 17 equals to 51 plus 9, 60. So we want that as a whole number. So in order to do that, to make a group summation of all these data, we have to go again back to totals. Double click here. Okay. And we go to group by, advanced, and we are going to add only the fields that they are going to group this data into groups and do the sum and calculations. So the client name, yes, we need it. We're going to add also PO number, of course. We have to add the value, the initial value. The line item, of course. That's it. But we don't want it. We press here and we delete it. Okay. Now, in this group, we are going to do calculations and groupings and summations. Now we want to summarize the total weight per this group. So we go to collection weight and we have this. So it's going to let's name it sum of weight. Let's stick here, and I will do next I will do the calculate the multiplication and summation together. So if I press OK, this is now a grouped summary table. I close and load it. And as you see now, it's like a pivot table, but it's much better and faster. So you see now that again we have these 4 lines as we had before, but with total weights from collections. The weights come from collections, the line item comes from the line items, and the PO number and Aurora, the client, comes from POs. Now, let's move on. If you get acquainted with this, you will do whatever you want, and any combination that probably I don't know, because I don't know your business and I don't know what you exactly, I don't have a good idea. We spoke a little bit, and from the data I try to understand what to do. That's why probably what I do is not exactly what you want, but you get the point. You see how I do it. So I double click again here, and what do I want? I want now to create a calculated column that will take the line item cost price and multiply it to the sum of the weight. And to do that, we go to this menu, add column, we go to custom column, and let's name it total cost. And what lines we're missing the okay, I cancel it. I have to add a line in the grouping. I go back to group by, I was not inside group by. I will add line item. Sorry, this is not what we want. We have to go to the let me close it and I will find it.